What is up, YouTube family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting my debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with a virtual private practice, also working part-time along with my husband's income, who is a welder. I share all things budgeting, expense tracking or spending tracking, increasing my income and lowering my expenses to get out of over $305,000 of debt. And if you want an accurate description of what the debt is and how I ended up in that situation, be sure to check out my I don't know if it's October 2023 or 2023 debt confession. I am here today with week 4 October budget. I know I'm behind. I don't know when this video will actually be getting out, but I'm sure it's behind. And so we're going to jump right into it. All right, so as you can see over here, this budget is week 4 of October 2023. The dates are October 26th to November the 2nd. And we go into the income. The income for this month or this week in particular was just my husband's weekly income. I have since changed my pay periods to match his. So I have gone from bi-weekly paychecks to weekly paychecks. And then we had a bank balance of $241.07, which totaled $1,112.21 for the week of October. For the week of October 26th to November the 2nd. When we go into savings, the only two categories that was getting savings, and when I talk about savings here, I'm talking about our emergency funds as well as our sinking funds. So Christmas got $60 this week, and then my daughter who is in college got $50, and that totaled $110. We go over to bills, and the only bills we had to pay out of this week was Netflix at $16.54, and that's exactly what we paid. We had our investment properties house insurance, which is $98.20 that we pay monthly until we can get to the point where we can just pay it for the year annually. Our car insurance is $453.52. We did call around to get quotes, and this was the cheapest, and this is with Geico. My bonus son got his weekly $100 insurance, and then our HELOC got its first payment of $24. Actually, we paid $25, but the payment was for $24. But starting December, it'll be, I think, $288, but that'll be reflected on November's budget. As far as spending, I did a great job of tracking how much we actually spent for groceries and gas, but I didn't track my spending from week to week. For the month of November, I'm actually doing no spend November, and that is for anything outside of the budget. So I'm really trying to be specific in tracking my expenses, miscellaneous and things like that, as far as what I spend outside of what is budgeted for. When we go over to debt, only 2 debt payments for this week. The first one was our Barclay cards, which is our Carnival card. If you're thinking, you went on a cruise? No, I did not. I took advantage of their 0% interest, and I did a credit card transfer and to take advantage of the 0% interest. And so that is how that balance ended up on that credit card. And then on my Delta Amex, which I have not used, but if you have an American Express card, you know, some of the higher tier ones have a higher annual fee, and that is charged up front. And so I had to pay $40 on that, and I think that brought the balance down some, but I will talk more about the balances on my credit cards when I do my October debt update. So if we go up here to the top, the basically budget summary, the income was $1,112.21, and that was the actual income. I do need to record that over here. 14 and then 241.07. So that was actual. Savings was $110. Bills was $692.26. That was what was budgeted. What was actual was $693.26, because my husband did pay $25 instead of $24. And when I tell you, like, that pissed me off, we had a conversation about it, and now he understands why I was so mad. Expenses were $240 and we actually spent $224.02, and I think the difference went towards a credit card payment, or it might have set in the account because when I projected this budget we were in the negative, and so I typically don't do debt payments when it looks like we'll be in the negative. And then debt was projected or budgeted $86.49, and we spent $86.49. Some people did say that the HELOC should be included under debt. But when I think about debt, and it may just be that right now because I'm focused on credit cards, that is all I'm including over here. But when I actually get to like tackling my student loans, and the HELOC and the car payment, you'll see them in both categories. But the budget was actually in the negative $16.54, and we actually came in the negative $1.56. I can't really recall. I think what we did to cover up, no, because we didn't even include, I don't know what we did, but we were not actually in the negative. But we also only had like pennies left from paycheck to paycheck. So, that is the budget. If you hear something, it's my dog trying to get into my office. That was the budget for October 26th through November the 2nd. Going forward, what will be different is my income will be included in the weekly budget. And I think that's it. I think I mentioned in the previous budget, week 2 and 3 budget, that I want to be more specific with tracking my spending and closing out my budgets. And so I've actually gotten into doing that here just to see where we need to be more disciplined, where we need to cut budgets or spending or, whatever. And so that is what I plan to continue to do going forward. But I think that will still show up by the time I record the budget. Well, no, I will actually have to go back and do record separately. But because they're so behind, I have actually been closing out the budgets by the time I record. So that is it for October week 4 budget. The income is higher, but it's not significantly higher than the 2 previous weeks, but I am glad to be at this point on the other side. So that is it for October week 4 budget. If you have any constructive criticism, anything that you think will be helpful, anything that has helped you that you feel like would help me, make sure to comment that down below. And if you have not already considered subscribing, if you have not already subscribed to follow my journey our journey to get out of over $305,000 worth of debt, please consider doing so. I mean, it's free, and I would love to have you in this community. And I appreciate you for watching if you have watched this far. And I will catch you in November's monthly budget. Bye for now.